over 500 blooms being staged here today. The inaugural Dahlia Society of Australia Championship. It's just endless the amount of joy that this is bringing to people coming in the hall. A big favourite with the ladies here is Maggie Hannaford, the lush colours and those, the faded, the bi-colour in there.
Understandable.
Yes. We are into the Grand Champion section. There was 4 entries from around Australia. There's one from Victoria, Canberra and New South Wales. This is actually the winning championship, 9 vases. We've got Queen Bee, we've got figurine, a water lily, Ivanetti, a ball. Then we come down, we've got a lovely cactus here in Winky Carnival.
Beautiful.
And then we've got Max Man, and we've got Atari Majesty, Chiara Julia. Now, I don't know if you can get sideways of this one. The depth on that is incredible.
Oh, yes.
Even
Sure.
Kia Magic here as an informal decorative. This is amazing. Probably the best Winky Bombardier I have seen in a long time. You can see why it's a passion for growers to get into dahlias. The varieties, the colours, they got everything for you. Complete gardener plant, you know.
Hello, it's Brett Bramble here of the Natural Growth Institute. Gives me great pleasure to introduce the famous Warren Vigor.
Hey, Brett.
And you're from Victoria, Warren. You've been the president of the Dahlia Society of Australia recently.
Yeah, I'm the current one, yeah.
And you've also judged around overseas with the Dahlia shows. You're growing about 1,600 different dahlias at the moment in your patch, which is called
Dahlia Heaven.
Dahlia Heaven down in Victoria. You just had a show there a couple of weekends ago. You had about 400 people through your patch.
Yeah.
And they were just elated with all the blooms you've had growing. You grow about 150 named varieties plus a whole heap of seedlings, which most of them you've grown yourself as well.
Yeah.
So you're quite a big personality in the Dahlia world, and you're about to show us through the Australian Championships was being held this year at New South Wales ACT Hall in Canberra.
So thank you, Brett.
Well, you better show us around, Warren, because you know a lot more about these blooms than I do.
All right, come on with me. So good to be here today, and what an honour to be presenting the inaugural Dahlia Society of Australia Championship, which will piggyback the New South Wales ACT Championship this year. And next year, the Australian Championship will go to Queensland, which I believe could be in the Toowoomba region. But Queensland, look out, here we come. Let's show you some of the blooms here today, because we've been very lucky with all the weather conditions going on. We've still seen over 500 blooms being staged here today, and I'm really impressed. I thought, you know, all these floods, we might have been a bit smashed, but there is some incredible quality from the novice right up to the championship section. We're going to walk along this main bar of the Open and have a look at some of the blooms as we go, because there's lots of types. So the dahlia nerds like myself, you're going to go, yes, I know what a decorative dahlia is, but here we'll see what's been staged today. This was the Canberra Gardener Special. So this is your home gardener section. We've got some lovely exhibition, old-fashioned types, to some new seedlings, and look at the colour in these. Just fantastic for a cut flower there. That is just stunning.
What colour would you call that, Warren? I'd have no idea.
I'm beyond what I'd even call that. It's a juicy purple,
right,
and with a light colour reverse. I don't know how we talked that one up.
Perfect.
But then we got the old standard Cornell, the lovely ball dahlia. You know, you think a cricket ball, there's a ball dahlia. It's that size to a little lovely white collarette here. So the types we can go on. So we're going to sort of meander our way down to the championship, and we'll just got to push our way through because it's a crowded venue today. Sorry, girls, can we jump through? As we come down, we've now got a little vase of collarettes here that I want to point out. Lovely long stems on that vase there. This whole little display, this particular display is of 6 vases. This one, he's got an anemone down here, a couple of water lilies and your collarette. We walk back, and that was Janet and Peter Hill.
And this is Queen Bee, is that right?
And this is Queen Bee. It's probably the biggest winning anemone worldwide at the moment would be this one, Queen Bee. A lovely dome of little fluted petals in the centre there, with the florets at the back, acting like a collar around the back of that. That is an incredible specimen.
Yes.
As we see it again here, some of the colours that are getting into dahlias now, We've got these decoratives here, Winky Raven, such a dark lush, our standard reds, a local Canberra bred one, this Parkley, KB, I believe, a lovely ball type.
That's Ken's gold there. That was my first Dahlia I grew some years ago, Warren.
Isn't it good how we all remember our first one? I had one, Kids Climax. I haven't seen it for a long time. I did see it in America last year, and it brought back a lot of fun memories. Then we'll come down, when we're getting to more of the top end championship area, and one of the Canberra championships will be an entry of 6. So here we've got a couple of giant decoratives, Kia Magic, a New Zealand special, another collarette here, a standard from 30 years ago, Maxman, and I haven't seen a specimen as good as this one since I first saw that 30 years ago. It's a fantastic bloom.
Gotcha.
No, there's all sorts of forms here, and we'll move down, and it's just endless the amount of joy that this is bringing to people coming in the hall. So we've got an old standard here, Reg Capilla. That was around from when I started, but then you get up into orchid types and your water lilies, and Maggie Hannaford, a big favourite with the ladies here is Maggie Hannaford, the lush colours on those, the faded, the bicolour in there.
Understandable.
Yes. It's you can see why it's a passion for growers to get into dahlias. The varieties, the colours, they got everything for your complete gardener plant. From even in winter, you're planting next year's crop. There's always something to be thinking dahlia. Kia Magic again. Now we're nearly into we are into the Grand Champion section. There was 4 entries from around Australia. There's one from Victoria, Canberra, and New South Wales. This is actually the winning championship. 9 vases. We've got Queen Bee. We've got Figurine, a water lily, Ivanetti, a ball. Then we come down, we've got a lovely cactus here in Winky Carnival.
Beautiful.
And then we've got Maxman, and we've got Atari Majesty, Chiara Julia. Now, I don't know if you can get sideways of this one. The depth on that is incredible.
Oh, yes.
Even Kia Magic here as an informal decorative. This is amazing. Probably the best Winky Bombardier I have seen in a long time. So they've picked up a couple of champion blooms in amongst that, but they also do get the Australian Dahlia Championship, and that goes to Peter and Janet Hill.
Wow.
We'll see them tonight, I believe. They've gone home for a rest. They were here at 5 this morning, and we're getting now that winning entry. They've got points scored, and that's come in at 720 points.
Right.
So each bloom.
Is that the card there?
Yeah, that's the card. Each bloom has been scored on its condition and stem and colour. And that came in at around 720. And this is how close the competition was this year. The second place getter, Deb Collette from down Bayside of Victoria, Melbourne.
That's Deb Collette there in the background there, with a mask on by the look of it.
Masked up over here.
Well done, Deb. We're just talking about you and your blooms and your scoring.
And now Deb's here with the second place, but she's missed 3 points. 3 points out of 700.
Wow, is that her card there?
Yeah, she's come in at 717.
Wow. Jeez, how close was that?
That is breathtaking, especially when you consider she's got the bloom of the show here. Not only did this win the best cactus, this won the best flower in the whole show, is in her entry here.
That's well done, Deb.
Yeah,
jeez, that's
which happens to be
beautiful.
Yeah, it's Clearview Eddie is its name.
Rightio.
Now Clearview Eddie, last year in America, their season, that was the biggest winning flower in the whole of America last year.
Oh, really?
So it's a worldwide champion.
Wow.
It's pulled off the champion bloom here, and it certainly helped win that. But by 3 points, amazing effort. Out of 700 points to come second by 3. But then we get into J&J Woodfield. Now, I believe this couple, they've been growing dahlias 70 years. He's going to poke me with his walking stick.
There's John over there in the background.
He's going to get me with his walking
John
stick.
And June's
it's probably
out
65.
Today.
But
Give
anyway,
us a wave, John. We're just talking about you. Well done, legend.
Good on you. I just said you've been growing them for 70 years, okay? I just pumped it up.
And there's another legend over there, Jared Oldfield. He's having a yak as he normally does.
And to see the enthusiasm that keeps us young. We're out in the garden, we're growing these things, the passion, they're still getting them on the bench. You know, he's still come in at 680. He's only 20 odd points behind. And then the other local legend and
So is that John's card there?
Yeah, that's John's card
Right.
there.
Well done, John.
That's it.
Third place,
And then
eh?
you've
Well
got your
done.
local legend here in Graham Davies.
Oh
who-
yeah, Graham couldn't be here today.
Graham's stuck with COVID at home. We've had him on the phone. We've had to do the video conferencing to get his blooms, but he's still come a good third up
He gets
here.
a mention.
He
Good on
certainly
you,
does
Graham.
get a mention, yeah.
And this is Graham's card there. We'll show you
Absolutely,
his blooms in
yeah.
a moment. Well done, Graham.
Yeah.
Sorry he couldn't be here, but
He's still got a few champions. He got a champion, the best fimbriated dahlia in show with Downs
Oh,
Red, and he
beautiful.
got the best miniature cactus. This vase of 3 here.
oh, beautiful. Well
Um,
done.
Yeah, Gracie C, he's done well. He beat me, so I'll say congratulations.
Well done, Graham.
And that's our New South Wales Canberra show this year, and it's been a joy, and we look forward to being in Queensland next year. And we need to support our sponsor, our National Institute of Growth, we're Unknown Growth Factor. That's Brett. Thanks, mate.
Good on you, Warren, and thanks for all your help with our business as well and getting the product known a bit out there, the Unknown Growth Factor.
Well, they certainly help get the colours and the size of my blooms up to be able to compete with these guys. We all probably use a bit of it to grow it, so we're competing with you. We love what it does. It certainly gives us our results.
Good on you, Warren. Thanks very much.
Thank you, mate.